everyone! Today I am filming a very special video for a very special person. It is of course Mother's Day, and not only that, but yesterday was my mom's birthday, so I thought it's only quite fitting to talk about 5 things that I learned from my mom. And the first and foremost, and I think the most important thing, is my love for good music. Ever since I was a very little girl, I remember my house full of music, and we although we didn't play any instruments, we loved to listen to good quality music. And my mom had a lot of records coming from the 50s and 60s generation. She had Frank Sinatra LPs, she had Nat King Cole, the Platters, a fantastic collection of classical music, and we had 45s, and I remember we had the single, the Eurovision song Puppet on a String on a 45 single, and I used to listen to it and say, oh, that lady sounds like my mom. I don't know why, no relation, my mom could never sing, but I had that feeling. So ever since I remember myself, I remember the house full of music. And I think my love for good quality music was mostly influenced, started by my mom, because she was quite passionate about it and she would talk about her favorite musicians all the time. Then of course it was forwarded, enhanced by my sister. She had also amazing taste in music. And then of course, long live the 80s, I started listening music by myself and with friends. The amazing thing is that later on she would listen to what I was listening, and she was so cool about it. She would listen with me to my 80s music, and she would love it. She would know all the artists, all the bands, and later on she even came with me to a Duran Duran concert, and she knew all the songs. So quite an amazing taste in music. The second thing, which is quite related, is she taught me how to rock and roll. Being of course a child of the 50s and the 60s, my mom and my dad used to dance a lot, to go to clubs and dance, you know, real dances, not like but a real dance, like a choreography, very strictly styled, but on their own. You know, they would make the choreography, they would take part in competitions back then, you know, local competitions, and they would win. They were both amazing dancers. So my mom, unfortunately, I lost my dad when I was very little, but my mom taught me how to dance rock and roll and twist and all that, and bossa nova and cha-cha, all those dances. And it was amazing, because I remember at every party that we used to give for my birthday, or for my sister's birthday, for my mom's birthday, my mom and I would go out and dance, and everybody would clap. It's amazing. Of course, don't ask us now to dance, we will both be out of breath, but back then it was something incredible. The third thing I learned from my mom was to be a coquette, you know, always be coquettish and look at your appearance. My mom was, and still is, quite beautiful, quite stunning, and I will always remember her putting her makeup on. Even now when she's 82, she just turned 82, she will not go out of the house without putting a little bit of eyeliner, her trademark turquoise eyeliner, and a little bit of lipstick. She is quite beautiful. She has blonde hair, she has green eyes. She was a stunner in the 70s. She was something like Angie Dickinson, a famous actress, and always I remember her beautiful smelling perfume, wearing jewelry. I remember she had a box and she had a lot of earrings, not real earrings, but faux bijou earrings, and I would spend hours looking through that box. She would let me, and I remember that box, and it's an incredible memory because the earrings were so 70s and so psychedelic, I can tell you. So she was always very coquettish, and it's something that she has passed through to me. Okay, there are days that I will just go to the corner shop just wearing my sweatpants and have a chubby kind of bun, and I won't bother, but most of the time the makeup is on, even when I go to the supermarket, to pick me up a little bit. Not that it matters, but I think because she always felt better by glamorizing up herself, I also feel a little bit better when I do as well. I don't know if you agree. The fourth thing that my mom has taught me is that we shouldn't really worry about things that won't affect us in life. For example, many years ago when I was still at school, I came back home from school and I was crying because I didn't go well to one of the tests. She turned around and told me, "Oh, is that why you're crying? Oh, don't cry for something that you won't even remember after a few years." And she was so right, because I don't remember what lesson it was. Maybe it was history, maybe it was math. But she told me that it won't affect me, it doesn't matter. So she might as well have written that book that says don't worry about the little things, because they're only little things. I remember her reading it a lot of times recently, but she might as well have written it, because she gave me this advice, and many times I have caught myself being sad about something and then immediately switching and saying, will that affect me later on? Will I remember it in a few years' time? Will it matter after a few years' time? Of course, so that's an amazing advice that she has given me. And the last thing, and I think it is the biggest gift she could have given me, I think I said that about the music, but also for the last one as well. She has showed me all her life and all my life what it means to love someone unconditionally. She has loved her children so much. She has given everything for them. My mom was widowed when she was only 35 years old. She raised us, and with problems, going to hospitals, this and that, and we were not, the millionaires, but she was working day and night, sometimes having 2 jobs. So we could go to private schools, we could go to university, we could have our own houses, we could have a good marriage. So she has sacrificed everything, and she has shown me what it is, what it means to love someone unconditionally. She never asked anything in return, and it's something that I hope I can apply to myself. I'm trying to apply to myself, to people I love, and I hope that I made her proud. in my life with my achievements. I know that we are not together. I live in another country, but she has come here many times and we had some amazing times together. I will show you some pictures, and I love her dearly. She's the most important person in my life, and I wish her happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, and to see her soon. And I hope you enjoyed that video. It is a little bit more personal, but I would like to know what 5 things has your mother taught you. What are the important lessons that you are taking in your life from your mother? And you can write your comments below and let me know, and I would love to hear from you. And I will hope to see you soon in another video. Take care. Happy Mother's Day. Bye bye.